we all have the tendency to want to put the blame on other people when something that we both were involved in doesn't work. So I want to appeal to you. Statistically, I know many people will still not hear word. Number one is the woman who says, I'm not ready. The woman who says, I'm not ready. Let me tell you this. Sometimes it's our fault as guys. Because once you are at the talking stage, or you think you're in talking stage, the lady can smell you from a mile away, knows what you're after. And if she brings herself to tell you in no uncertain terms, I don't really see you that way, please don't push it. Please don't push it. Yeah, listen, I know that as the man that you are now, you think you are irresistible, and she just needs more convincing and all of that. And if you push harder, then she's going to agree. But can I tell you this? Listen, if you've had ample time to spend time with each other, you've had lunch together, and just had ample time, and she keeps telling you, I don't want this. You're like a brother to me. Rono, if she tells you, I don't really see you that way, please believe her. Because more often than not, and when I say things like this, people are always quick to say, oh, in this scenario in 1976, the guy kept pushing and then the lady caved in. Well, there are exceptions to every rule. But more often than not, please don't date her if she already categorically tells you, that she's not interested. Otherwise, she will string you along, sometimes even unintentionally. All right, and it'll just be a waste of time. So that's someone that you should be wary of. Secondly, and this applies both to guys and girls, so just take this as for both guys and girls. Avoid the chronic flirt. Avoid the chronic flirt. This is so important, especially when it comes to ladies. When a lady is committed to someone, she is very unlikely to even consider someone else. And so if you think that you have a girlfriend, but she is giving attention to many other people, know for a fact that you are in the relationship by yourself, and you're dating yourself. So you might want to watch out for that. All right. Listen, and this is not supporting guys who are unnecessarily clingy and overprotective. For some people, everything is flirting. Just talking to any guy is flirting. But you might want to read up what it means to have a flirtatious character. When she's giving vibes, that she's not taking, like there is room. Even if she's not even having untoward conversations with anybody, but she's acting free, like she might even throw it around once in a while. I don't like to be caged, and things like that. That might be something to be wary of, because apart from what she is doing, it's also testament to the state of her mind. She just doesn't see you that way. And my advice is that you take that cue and then you duck. The third one I want to talk about is a woman who is materialistic. Listen. The woman who is materialistic, there are a lot of things I can say about this, but let me say this. This is one easy way to know if a woman cares about you. Forget that culture that you see on social media. Let me tell you this. A lady who truly cares about you will be worried about if you have future plans for your finances and all of that. If you just keep throwing money, her direction, because she keeps asking constantly. And she doesn't say, hey, isn't this, shouldn't you slow down? Shouldn't you think about this? It might be a serious sign or a serious pointer to the fact that she's not envisaging a future with you. If she is materialistic, in fact, these are some of the signs. Every conversation will somehow lead to the need for you to bring out money to pay for something, that she needs. Every conversation, no matter what, even if you're talking about the gospel, somehow it has the same end point, So I said that to say that I need this money and all of that. Run. All right. This is very important. You might need to run away from such a person. Another simple way to know someone who is materialistic is her friends. her friends. You just look at, the people in her close circle, the kind of mentality they have. If they are materialistic, chances are she's influenced by that idea, or she herself is materialistic. So you want to be careful about that. And then it's one thing for a lady to like good stuff, because I need to bring all these balances, because some guys are akagom also, and I don't even think you should marry a selfish guy either, but at the end of the day, when she, and especially because we're talking about dating phase, not even your wife, when she puts all her responsibility on you, in fact, when she's saying she needs these things, she's not even telling you how much she has put aside herself, what she has done, especially things that she won't buy herself. She wants you to buy it for her. She doesn't care about you, and then when you don't do it, she makes you feel bad for not doing it. Or when you have a quarrel, you might be saying sorry, and she won't listen. But the moment you buy her something, then it's all gone. Those are some signs that you should watch out for. All right. And then I think the last I'll talk about is the liar. The liar. A lady who sees a future with you is going to see the need to be open. All right. If she's always covering things up, especially with the little things, she's just wondering, why did you lie about this? You can't figure it out. That's someone to be wary of, because a lady who is serious with you will be honest with you. It doesn't get simpler than that. If she's serious with you, she'll be honest with you. So if she lies even about the simple things, okay, who is that person? Or how much did you get that? Or where did you go? And then she's always using a lie to also follow up another lie. That's something to be wary of. All right, so now I want to come to the men. I want to start with something very fundamental also. Men who are married but not separated. Men who are married but not separated. Please run away from such men. Listen, I'm not saying that they're all bad. We've had like a teaching on divorce, and I've told you how that people actually go through a lot of precarious situations that put them in a position where you can make even a biblical argument for divorce. We've talked about domestic abuse, and when you talk about domestic abuse, people's minds automatically just run to a husband beating his wife. I've heard stories. A woman who will, just pick things to hit her husband. The man will jump from a window. I'm talking about a wealthy family, an exposed family, but the woman has a terrible temper and things like that. But at the end of the day, married and separated is different from divorce. When someone says, listen, I'm married, but I'm separated, just hear the first part. Just hear married. That's what you need to hear. If he's very serious, let him make a commitment. Let him settle whatever, he had with the former person, then you can now think about it and talk about it. Otherwise, no conversation.